How did you get this role? Did you have to audition?
I did. I had to audition twice. I auditioned once for the director, and then I did a screen test with cameras, lights, and makeup and costume, and Kira and proper film.
How are you with auditions?
I like auditioning. I like it. I'm quite competitive, so I treat it like a sports event.
I see. Anytime I went to an audition when I was starting out, I was just scared to death. I was sick to my stomach. It was so nerve-wracking. I panicked. I couldn't speak. I can speak in front of millions of people, but in front of three. Well, not here because I'm on the air, but in front of a room of strangers, 3 people, I get really worked up.
No, that's true though. That is true.
It's
like
tough.
If I have to go and audition in a room, if you put me on stage and there's one person sitting in the audience, that would be much harder than a room full of 100 people who have to look at you.
Was Kira cast when you auditioned?
Yes,
she was. So you knew she was going to be the female lead.
Yeah. Which is quite intimidating, really, because you kind of know that you're the only one in the room who's different. Do you know what I mean? And you know that there's 2 other guys who've just gone in before you, which is quite weird.
And the chemistry with her when you first met her, what was that like?
It was good, really. It wasn't until we started working on the actual material that we felt any chemistry, I don't think. Yeah, not really.
Okay, so James, the other question I have, which is probably an obvious one. 28 years old, you've got one of the biggest movies out this year, nominated for 14 BAFTAs, possibly an Oscar nomination, Globe nominations, and you're married.
I am married, yes.
Do you wish that you would have waited so you could exploit all of this fame?
What do you mean? Do I wish I'd waited to get married?
Yeah, just because, with all of this happening, you might be able to hook up with chicks that you couldn't hook up with in high school.
Listen, I've already hooked up with the only chick of my dreams, man.
Good answer. Winning women over all.
Hey, no, not at all.
Right,
Not at all. Hey, and if she's listening, hi, you darling. No, totally. Listen, I am made up with
When
who
did
I
you get
managed to-
married? How old were you?
I think I was 27 when we got married. No, was I 20? Yeah, 27 when I got married.
And how did you know?
How did I know? The world seemed less scary. And I started to like myself a little bit more.
And how did you... That's good. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. How did you feel when you were doing that very, very intense sex scene with Kira? And how did your wife feel about it, too?
Well, it's always awkward, those stuff.
It's always gotta be
that
uncomfortable.
kind of stuff. It's not good. I felt personally the same as I always do, really, really weird and awkward. It was compared to the other sex scenes that I've had to do. It was less. It was less difficult simply because our director Joe Wright is excellent at what he does and he's confident in what he does and he didn't just get scared and kind of go action, touch each other.
Well, your wife was telling me that you're very uncomfortable when you two are together as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm getting over that. I'm in sex therapy. So. But no, it's just always weird. But we're both actors and we get it. We understand it.
All right, it's 8:47. James McAvoy is here. 1-800-520-1027 at Kiss FM. We'll be right back. James McAvoy stars in Atonement in theaters now. Won 2 Golden Globes. He's nominated along with the movie for 14 BAFTA noms. Hoping for an Oscar nod. And with us live this morning. Other movies coming out. Soon you've got one called Penelope. What's that one about?
Yeah, Penelope comes out February 20th, I think. And it's got Christina Ricci and Reese Witherspoon playing pals. And Christina Ricci is born, instead of having a human nose, she has a pig snout.
Ah, that's right.
And it's meant to
right.
be a curse for her family's bad behaviour. And the curse can only be lifted when she finds, true love. But she doesn't realise that to begin with.
Is that you?
Yes, and I play the flawed, gambling addict, kind of prince in shabby armour. And it's kind of about the whole kind of media fascination we have with looks and positive body image and all that kind of stuff. It's got really good messages for young women, I think.
There's a big article in the LA Times the other day that talked about her performance in the movie. And then you also have one coming out with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, that's coming out, I think, June or July or something. And that's a big old bells and whistles action adventure story, which was great fun to make.
Working with Kira, working with Angelina, how do they work differently?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Like superheroes, they have different powers and attributes, and they use them to stop crime in different ways. But I'd say the thing that makes them really similar is that they're probably 2 of the biggest stars in the universe.
Yeah.
And
they have different styles when you work with them?
Yeah, totally. But then every single actor does. But the thing that makes them the same is that they're two of the biggest stars in the universe, and yet they're pretty chilled out, normal people. It doesn't seem to affect them.
Do you feel when you're on set with Angelina like you're a bad person?
Like I'm a bad person.
Yeah. She kind of makes me feel like I don't do enough good.
I see what you mean. Yeah, there is a tiny bit of that when. Like, you hear some of the things she's done, you're like, I give $5 to a guy. Yeah. Oh, really? You built that school? Oh, right.
That's my point.
No,
you can't one up her when it comes to giving back.
Listen, the thing is as well, she has the capability to do that stuff, and hats off to her, because not everybody who has the opportunity to do that stuff does it. She is a proper generous person. So no, I've got a lot of respect for her.
Well, James, you can start today and help us here in our country by giving Roger a little attention on your way out.
Okay.
I think you walked to the canteen with him to get your coffee.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, the canteen. I hear that the canteen has created a lot of stir.
Yeah, because I believe you came in and you asked the girls, do we have a canteen? And at first they thought, do you want to strap one to your belt and put water in it?
Yeah.
And then secondly, they thought you wanted to go to the bar.
The loo.
Oh, really? The
And
bar?
the loo.
Or the loo.
The toilet, yeah.
Because when we go to a canteen, we'll go and have a beer at the canteen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
my
have a canteen
goodness.
that goes with my fatigues for the Army.
So we didn't know, what it was.
And
I like at school, at secondary school, high school, you would go to the canteen for your lunch.
so here we have the deli.
I see. If we had a deli at my secondary school, we would probably got beaten up for going to a really posh school.
Mariah Carey loves our deli.
Excellent. I just went actually. I don't know what actually means.
And I love that during the song she's practicing to be an American DJ.
To be you.
She is. I think she harbours a deep-seated kind of desire to be you, Ryan. I've gone off on a tangent that makes no sense.
That's all right, but the girls still like it.
To stop.
All right, it's 8:56 in the morning. We're going to roll into the 9 o'clock hour. We got free money coming up. James McAvoy has joined us. Congratulations, bro, on all the success. And we look forward to seeing when you're back in the States.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with the Oscars.
Cheers, man.
We'll see you
Thank
soon.
you.